We've got a Briggs & Stratton 3 horsepower water pump. We've got this generator here, which is a Briggs & Stratton 5 horse. And then we have this cool little unit. It's a Tecumseh engine. And it's got a nifty little Onan generator unit on the back of it. See if we can't get them fired up, see how they do. It's not promising. So I haven't really given this thing a good look over yet. All I did was so far was check the fuel, and I can say that the fuel tank is empty, and it doesn't smell bad in there, so not really any varnish. Let's see, just starting instructions there. I mean, it doesn't seem to be. Oh, there's a dipstick for the oil. Let's check that. See if it's got oil in it. Looks like there's oil. Yep, it's got clean oil. So that's a good sign. This engine tag, we got model number, series number, serial number, 120 volts, 20 amps, 2400 watts. Made in USA. That's cool. Looks like we got 120 volt, 20 amp there. So just two 120 volt sockets. Yeah, I mean, what do you think the odds are this thing will just fire up with some gas in it? I kind of think it might. I guess what I'm going to do is check the air filter. Just make sure nothing's gotten up in there. Then I'm going to put some gas in it and see if she'll fire up. It's clean. Oh yeah. Looking good. It's a cool little air filter assembly. I've never seen one like this. Oh, I mean, this side's definitely seen better days. See, there's some mold and stuff in there from the moisture, but that's on the dirty side anyway, so we will call it good enough to rip. Let's do a test fire and see what happens. feeling about this. So pour a little of that in there. Lock in your bets now. I don't know. I think this thing might just fire right up. I don't know. I'm putting my bet on it's going to fire up. I don't think it's going to be an issue. So let's find out. Leave a comment whether you think it's going to fire right up or not. I don't know when the last time this thing ran was. I know that from the person I got it from, the best guess is that it's been anywhere from 2 to 5 years, possibly more. So we'll see. I mean, it could have been 10 years. I don't have any idea, to be honest. So let's find out. Put this to the on position. Give her some choke. And there doesn't seem to be any kind of a primer. Ooh, it's not looking good. All right, we seem to have an issue. Well, alrighty then. Apparently, the on button was too far over. I put it right there and it fired right up. Alrighty. That thing fired right up, ran the little shop vacuum, no problem. So that is awesome. All right, one down. I guess we're gonna check out that little green one, the Tecumseh. That one could be a little bit more interesting. It's definitely older. God. This thing's older. So this one, nobody knows the last time this one ran. No one knows how long it's been sitting there. Or, well, sitting where it was anyway. I will say, as I checked the fuel tank in this one also, and it doesn't have a smell. If anything, there is an old varnishy smell in there, but it doesn't have any liquid, and it doesn't really smell bad. Let's see. It's an interesting air filter. I'll have to check that out. Another oil plug here. See if this thing has oil. Yeah, it looks like there's oil in there. Yeah, there's some oil, although, ooh, that oil kind of smells like gas. Smells like old gas. And it's very thin. So that's something. Might have to address that. Let's see the tag on this guy. So it's an old Onan. See, 120 volts. It's like one phase. It says 2 kilowatts. Okay. 3,600 RPM. And then what does that say? Always read your safety instructions. What if you didn't get any? All right, and this is interesting because, okay, never mind. That's yellow paint that got splashed onto it. So it is the Onan green. But this one you have four outlets. So I'm guessing 60 volts. So yeah, you'd have 120 here, 120 there. No, this is just 120 volts in general. So you would only be able to use that many outlets if you were running a bunch of very like low drain devices. Let's see, what does this say? Grafton, Wisconsin. It's got an NGK plug. It's a good sign. Japan. Heck yeah. I am surprised that this fuel tank is in good shape. I mean, that's promising because a lot of times these plastic tanks are just rotted out, and this one's actually in surprisingly good shape. So there's the oil drain. I think we're going to put fresh oil in it. I've got plenty of oil, and if this thing does fire up, it's good insurance. And if it doesn't, then I'm out like 1/3 of a quart tops. We've got too much crap. All right, now it ain't gonna fall over on me. How much oil do you think's even gonna come out of this thing? Well, that's man. I guess it's mostly going in there. Without making a huge mess. Yeah. All right. I mean, definitely more oil than I thought there would be. Like legitimately more than I thought. I was thinking maybe there'd been 8 ounces, but it looks like it's closer to 16. I mean, not great looking stuff, really. But you can kind of see that sheen I'm talking about. It's kind of got that blue haze to it. Not horrible, but yeah, there's a little bit of sediments that settled. I'm glad we decided to change that oil. And aside from the dirt, ignore that, all the chunky stuff, but that's the color of the oil that came out of there. So, I mean, definitely due for a change either way. So on these motors, you want to fill it up until the oil just comes right up off the top of the threads here. Just kind of fill it up until it spills back out a little. Let's see if we can just double check. A little bit more in there. This was about half a quart or so of oil. You can see where it's sitting there. Basically level with this. See it jiggling there? Right where you want it. Let's check out this air filter. This is my first Tecumseh I've ever messed with. I've played a lot with the Honda GX 200s or the GX 390s a bit, or even the Predator 212s. I've only got to mess with Briggs & Stratton a little bit, but Tecumseh is my first. So it's kind of cool. I've never seen an air filter kind of set up this way. All right, so we've got looks like a paper, or we've got a gasket here. How's this thing? Okay, so it looks like the air comes in underneath this lip, and then it comes in and then comes out here. I will tell you, we've got some varnish in the carburetor. Let me see if this would come out, but is this a replaceable unit or? Oh wait, yeah, I just didn't want to tear it. Okay, looks like it'll come out. It's really in there. I'm trying to be very careful to not tear this. Who knows if you can even get these at this point? I don't know what. Okay, interesting. Just a foam element. And it looks like there's oil, so this should be oiled. So an oiled foam element. And of course we got the carburetor there. I'm gonna clean that out a little bit. Look at that varnish sitting in the carburetor. I don't love that. So I guess we might have to fire this thing up. We'll try to fire it without the air filter on, and I can get some carb cleaner in there. Maybe it'll be enough. Oh yeah. I'm gonna crack the bowl off that carburetor. Oh yeah, there's some nasty crap coming out the bottom of that already. It's not promising. Varnish. Oh, we got varnish. We've got varnish indeed. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. That is not what that's supposed to look like. Yeah. This one might be hard to get going. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to clean this up a bit, slap it back together, and then we'll see what happens. I'm not mad about that. It looks like we've got fuel running through the bottom of the carburetor. So that's good. So maybe we're lucky and there's just a little bit of varnish in the bowl. And it's not going to be enough to give us any kind of a major problem. You don't see that very much anymore. Made in USA. Yeah, baby. I've never seen a carburetor bowl with like spring-loaded screws on the bottom. I don't honestly know what those are for. So, I guess we'll find out, maybe. Go ahead and lock your bets in now in the comments on whether you think this one's going to fire up and start. I'm not feeling as strong about this one, but at the same time, maybe it's going to go. It looks like on this one we just have the chokes. This is the choke here. I don't see a throttle. I guess the throttle is automatic. The rope's not feeling super great on that recoil. I guess my other question, how do you kill this thing? Once you do get it running, where's the shut off? You don't just choke it to death, do you? Or is this it? You ground it out at the spark plug? That also seems sketchy. I don't know. You know what? We're going to give this one just a little dab of this here. Little whiff of the ether bunny. That is to ground it out and to kill it. Like, oh my god, I can't believe this thing just fired up. That is to ground it out and to kill it. Like, oh my god, I can't believe this thing just fired up. With all that varnish in there, like. And then when I was trying to start it, I think I had the choke. I don't know what I did there. Did it just not need choke? Try that again. Okay, so this would be choke. Come on, you just fired up. Before I run this thing much more, I want to get that air filter back on. I can't believe this thing just fired up like that either. I didn't expect that to happen. So let me get this air filter all put back on, and then we're going to test the electric on it and see if the generator itself actually works. Might as well frickin' clean up a couple things while we're at it, right? I can't believe this thing just fired up. I can't even... I did not have high hopes on this guy. When I cracked that carburetor and I saw that varnish come out, I was like, yeah, no, the carburetor is going to have to be rebuilt. I didn't think there was any way that it was just going to fire up. And then it just like nothing. That's so cool. Like, I am really impressed. I mean, who even knows how old this thing is? I'll have to do a little search on the model number and everything, and I'll try to find out what year it is, and I'll put that on the screen here, the year and whatnot. And I'm really curious to find out, like, yeah, how old is this thing? So we've gone through and done a good degreasing on this thing. Not perfect, but a lot of the stuff that was up underneath there is out. You can actually see the whole carburetor a lot better now. We threw some fresh paint on the air filter. See where the bowl, that was the backside when they painted it, so probably need to spin that at some point. And then the other side is also all cleaned up now. Not perfect, but a far cry better than it was. So something I noticed as I was going through this guy's loose. So we're gonna pop that off and see what's going on there and why it's loose. Well, right off the bat, other than some nasty looking spider eggs, I don't see anything to be too concerned about. This guy is not hooked up, but maybe it doesn't need to be. Now, I am by no means an electrician, so I'm not super familiar with how these operate. I'm just doing a quick little check, see if there's anything that stands out as being suspicious. Like, look at those spider eggs, dude. Those things are going, by the way. They are out of there. And then up in here, just a big generator coil, it looks like. Nothing that really stands out to me as being off. However, I do wonder, there is a ground right there, but this is red, so why would that be? You know, what's up with that ground? Does anyone know? I noticed the other one had a separate ground on the side also. What is that for exactly? If anyone knows what this is for, leave me a comment and let me know. All right, so yeah, I mean, everything's hooked up. I don't see anything funky going on other than this. Maybe this is for like a third outlet, because you got one there, you got one here, and those are both hooked up. And maybe this is like if you wanted to install like another outlet right there. Interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna put this thing back together and test out and see if it'll power the vacuum. Oh, I'm getting those fucking... I'm getting them spiders out of there. All those, I mean, they look like they're already dead and gone, but I don't care. We're squishing them and getting them out. No, thank you at all. I'll get some of that out of there also. Should I blow this out with the air compressor? Why not? So these are both stripped. These need, that would explain maybe why they're loose. And that would also explain why this bolt is different. It was, but no, whatever. Generator not working. There is an issue. Makes me wonder if it has something to do with this ground here. I'll have to do a little bit more research, figure out what's going on. This thing was really humming. I don't know. It felt like it was running faster than it should be. It says, I mean, that's almost sounded more than 3,600 RPMs to me. All right, so I'm gonna wrap that up here. I got to drain the fuel out of these guys, and this one's going to go back in storage until I decide to work on it some more. This other one I got to drain the fuel out, so it'll be ready to go when and if I need it. I'm going to go ahead and do that, wrap it up here, and I just want to say thanks for watching. If you made it this far, appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe or leave me a comment on something, and yeah, hope you're having a good day. Thank you.